Welcome back to What's a Chat with Alex and Matthew. We hope you're all good, as always. I hope you enjoyed last week's. And yes, we're back. It's another Friday night. I'm preferring the Fridays to the Saturdays.
Why?
It just gives us more time on the Saturday. Like, once you've done this, it gives me a couple of days to sort of think over the process.
I don't feel fresh on a Friday because I've just worked all day and I feel a
But
bit...
you've worked all day on a Saturday.
I know, but I freshen up. I have time to get ready and do my hair.
Well, you look fresh.
Thanks.
You look fresh, you sound fresh.
You look wild.
I'm going for the jungle theme.
Yeah.
You had a new collection come out this week. Well, not you, but the product you used of the new collection. It was very animal themed. What was it called?
Animalia.
Nice colours.
Yeah.
You enjoying using them so far?
I'm loving it, Matthew. How are
That's
you
good
enjoying
then.
your new colours?
I enjoy my new colours as well. It's great actually.
Good.
We've had a good week. Stop saying M. Last weekend, a few things. We were doing a couple of things. You were at a wedding show.
Wedding fair.
But it's a wedding fair or shows.
I think it was a fair.
How was the wedding fair?
It was alright, yeah.
Did you enjoy it? What happened? What did you see?
It was a bit awkward. Everybody sort of wants to pounce on you and sell you things and ask you when your wedding is and all your details, and it's quite overwhelming actually. But that was my first one, so I've got that done.
Second one, really, I took you to one that was
That didn't really count, that was awful.
non-existent, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Anything that jumped out at you? Anything that you thought, oh, that's really nice, that's not what I'm keen on?
Yeah, 100%.
And obviously I wasn't with you at this one, did you see things that you thought, I definitely don't want that?
Yeah.
As much as things that you might want?
Yeah, but you know what, sorry, you know what I saw that I liked, so.
Yes, you've told me a few things, and I do get that, because you are quite, I can imagine these people talking to you and asking you questions about everything, being a bit, because you are quite shy in these situations, and it must be about, oh, don't ask me that.
I had to try on a tiara. Well, I didn't have to, but we
kind of forced it upon you.
And you know, the people were so lovely, but yeah, I don't know if I'm a tiara person.
Well,
A bit too princess for me.
Well, I know before the wedding whether or not you're going to wear a tiara,
No.
or will that be...
No, because I mean, I might end up actually liking when I wear one, so.
Yeah, so that's just going to be
You'll just have to wait
as
and
much
see.
as I'll know, really. So that was good, and then we were in Glasgow for the Blast Off tour. We obviously spoke about this towards the end of last week's podcast. How did you find it?
It was amazing.
Better than you expected?
Yeah, it was actually.
So we had, when we got there, I think we maybe missed So Solid Crew, or the people from there. We've seen Blue Cantrell was on first. Her voice is amazing.
She had a tracksuit on.
She had a tracksuit on, but
It wasn't a cool tracksuit.
it was very tracksuity, wasn't it? But she's changed quite a lot. But
It's like comfies.
yeah, but wow, so her voice was really good. And again, there was, before we went there, I could only think of the one song that she'd done with Sean Paul. But then when she started doing other, oh, I've heard that, I know that song.
I'm sorry.
Who was the archive might be, but yeah. Who was on after her? Maya.
I think, yeah, Maya, and then Eve,
Eve was amazing.
and then Salt and Pepper.
Eve was just
She
like,
was really good.
we both said that it was like she had like,
She hadn't changed a bit.
like obviously Blue Cantrell, you knew she changed quite a bit. Maya had changed a bit, she was really good though.
Not much.
Not too much, but Eve was just like, sounded the same, pretty much looked
Yeah.
the same, apart from you picked up on something that changed slightly with Eve.
Did I?
Yes.
Or tattoos.
Tattoos had faded. Not quite as
Red
fresh.
ears.
Do you know
Yeah,
what, if in
it's
20 years time, when we're still doing this podcast and YouTube, if the only thing that's changed on me is my tattoos faded a wee bit, I'll be happy.
That's good then. Glad you'll be happy.
Then, the main event, Shaggy. Oh no, sorry, I'm missing out. I'm not saying your favourite, but is it Salt and Pepper?
There was somebody after them, before Shaggy, was there not?
I don't know. The Salt and Pepper were on, obviously.
Yeah, I know, I said that. But did we not? Was there
Was
not
somebody
somebody
before
between? Let me check my...
I thought it was them, then it was Shaggy.
Maybe I don't know.
When Alex was going to look through her
Sorry,
archives,
I was just gonna- yeah,
no,
just
that's
gonna
good.
see if-
It was an amazing night. They also had a DJ on that was on, sort of playing in between the artists that were sort of performing, and the DJ was incredible as well. It was also playing songs from that time, that era, and it was amazing. Fat Man Scoop was presenting it, and he done his song. He done a couple, but I think he done his main one.
I think he did that a few times,
You
didn't
were
he?
at the bathroom, toilets.
I think he did that a few times.
So maybe I missed out once as well.
You missed it a few times, you were always at the bar.
Do you know, it was one of these things because we were going to stay in Glasgow, but we didn't because we decided it's better just to get home. So because I knew we were just coming home, I thought I can have a few more drinks because I'm waiting at home in bed. I don't need to worry about travelling home. And I did. I got quite comfortable with the beers, I think. So
Is that not cider?
no, so I had the 2 ciders to begin with. Then I had the third, I think, and then I thought, I want to go back. I want to get back on the beer because it was getting a bit sweet and sickly. But the beers didn't.
That's good.
So that was really good. Then Shaggy came on, and he was. That his actions, he was right for it, wasn't he? Sort of.
He was what?
He was right at it with his reactions that he was doing, and he was loving it. I'm not doing the actions. Listen, me, it's not nice seeing me doing those actions anyway, but especially with this t-shirt on, it's not going to be. I'd probably get chucked off YouTube. He was amazing.
So good, yeah.
Favourite Shaggy song?
Oh, obviously it wasn't me.
Is it? Because I know you done the wee impression last week of that wee bit of the song. But was it me? Angel was a good song.
Nah, it's not my favourite.
Nah.
Nah.
And then Nelly came out, and I know it's a funny, but he absolutely smashed it, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
He
really
was
good.
like every song, and I think it was the 2 people beside you that were maybe laughing at me at a point and sort of saying, "Oh, look at him."
Oh, they weren't saying that at all. They just said, "Oh, he's been practicing."
Yeah, which I probably had been a little bit for the last 15, 16 years.
That's what I said.
Nelly had done all the big songs.
I can hear you singing in quite a lot of my videos, actually.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Sort of ruining your Instagram.
Oh.
So it was an amazing night. Really good. And they kept saying, obviously, this is last of tour 2020, so I'm really hoping
There's a 2020.
there's a 2021.
Well, maybe.
Hopefully that's how it works. So that was that. This week, there's been a few things in the news.
Has there?
A couple of
It's
things.
been a quiet
Do you know, we've been mentioning things in the last few podcasts, and we thought each week we say, we're not talking about this again, we don't want to.
Because each week we think it's
We think it'll be
over.
done, but we're going to come to this in a little bit. Harvey, is it Weinstein, whatever? He's obviously been done, very rightly so, 23 years in jail.
Yeah, and then he's taken away with chest pains.
Again,
Again, because he can't handle it.
which I'm not saying that he's never had that, but they seem to be quite convenient timings.
Yeah.
That he gets these chest pains, court cases, going to jail, other court cases, they seem to bring them on.
It's probably quite stressful for him.
It probably is, but do you know what? And I know there's arguments about different things, but with him, he is just he looks like a creep, and I don't think there's any doubt that he's done a lot of these things, that possibly all of these things that he's done, and so that's sort of been, I suppose not successful. That's totally the wrong word, but there'll be a lot of people relieved that he is now in jail, and that they have been heard to a point, and it won't take back the things that he's done or change things, but a little bit of what's the word? Justice being done. Not saying it's related or similar. Also, Alex Salmond has been in court this week.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts, Alex?
My thoughts. There's 10 people accusing him, so there's no smoke without fire. This isn't just a campaign against him. This is serious stuff.
And there's a lot of
So,
smoke.
Yeah, obviously, I do believe it actually.
So it's been going on all week, hasn't it? Still going on. Obviously, I don't know when there'll be a final thing said about it.
I don't know either. There's not been as much of it because there's been other stuff in the news.
There
this
has
week.
been other stuff in the news.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm glad he's not in charge now.
Yes. There's also
What else can you really say about it? We don't actually know the truth, so we can't.
We don't. I do feel the sort of. I suppose there's no need for them to comment on it, but there's been people that you might have expected to maybe voicing their opinion on it that haven't voiced their opinion on it, but maybe they're waiting until
Who? Nicola Sturgeon?
Yeah, people. And I suppose it's just, right, why would she? There's no need for her to do it.
There's no verdict yet. There's
Yeah.
no, that would be, at the moment, it's an opinion, isn't it?
Yes,
and
she
maybe in her position she feels that's not.
And I do
appropriate
get
thing to
that.
do.
So once the verdict happens, see if she comments on it, because they were close in the whole Yes campaign and the independence thing. They were sort of they did work together. So you would have. It'll be interesting to see and hear what she thinks.
Yeah.
And yeah, that would be an interesting one. I read something. I don't know. Twice in 2 weeks I've kicked the camera. Still okay?
Getting a bit excited.
I'm getting a bit excited, and this has nothing to do with my next topic, because now that you've mentioned that, I never watched this programme, First Dates, but I heard that Amy Childs was caught having sex on it or something.
Is it not Celebs Go Dating?
Celebs Go Dating, she was
So
caught.
it's not First Dates.
Similar, isn't
It's
it?
not, it's Celebs Go Dating. Well, it's alleged. I don't
That
think.
she was romping away in the toilets on this date.
Well,
Would you be surprised?
I don't
And I
think
won't-
Amy Childs has done anything to make you think she would be doing
Oh
that
no,
in
not
the
at all.
toilet.
But I just like it's not surprising because You go on dates and these things happen.
You thought it was not surprising about Amy Childs?
No, I just think it's not like it's people going out for drinks and food and they're having sex in toilets. It's not like
in a restaurant. Was it in a
I
restaurant?
don't know if it was in a restaurant. I don't. Obviously, it was out somewhere that was being filmed. But if you're a reality TV star and you're used to cameras being about, then it's just part of your life.
I don't think she
isn't
was
it?
been doing the full thing in the toilet.
No, in the picture I just seen the picture on the headline. There wasn't any videos. I seen the picture. They seem to be clothed.
Right.
So really, it's a cuddle, isn't it? That's all that is. So I read that.
God, it's been a slow news week.
It's not been a slow news week, right? I didn't want to talk about this.
Oh, you're not going to say the C word, are you?
I'm not going to say the C word. I'm going to say the I word. Or the SI. Self-isolation. This has been... And we are sorry for talking about it. There's no escaping it. Things, again, I said it last week, and I'm going to say it with more emphasis this week. Things have stepped up. Things are getting a bit scary out there. The first death in Scotland through the virus, I don't even want to say it, has happened today.
Yeah.
That's the first one, which of course is horrible. There's been so many. Boris Johnson was talking yesterday, and he seems to be going down the route of we're doing it differently from everyone else, because all these countries that are sort of stopping it are doing what they can to stop it. Italy, etc. What China have done, what Denmark, what Norway, which every country really apart from us is doing. Our thoughts and the sort of top scientists' thoughts are that it's going to come back in the winter. It's going to come back. What he's thinking is, do you know what? Almost to the point I want to get as many people to get it, and that's going to long term play better for us because it won't come back.
What's the name of it? Herd something.
Herd. Oh, what would you call it? Herd?
Immunisation. Herd resilience.
Do you know what? There's actually a sign. There's a bit of Sky News just for this. What's your thoughts? Are you stressed about it? Are you worried? What are you thinking?
I go up and down compared to what, depending on what I read. You read one thing and then I'm up way along at Asda at 6 in the morning shopping.
Yeah.
And then I think it's about ridiculous and I think we need to maybe calm down, but then, I don't know, it is really difficult. Personally, I'm not as worried about getting it as I am about what it's going to do to the business and businesses in general and things like that. Obviously, it goes without saying, first and foremost, you don't want anybody vulnerable to get it.
It's horrible.
You don't even need to, we don't really even need to say that. But I don't know, I feel I've got quite a good immune system. I don't have underlying health issues, and if you get it and it is maybe not as severe as other people, then hopefully just get over it and you're okay, and that's fine. And we're obviously taking measures to make sure that we're trying to be as healthy as we can be, with regards to keeping your immune system and all, resilient and everything like that. I don't really know what else you can do.
That's it.
I just don't think life should stop. And if people stop going out and going to bars and going to restaurants and coming to salons, and
it's going to be
already the markets and the money and
they've gone right down. I know the director of BA came out and said that this is going to have a much bigger impact on the airline industry than 9/11, and that's like, I know you were sort of not involved in 9/11. You were involved in. There's no editing on these podcasts. It can't be cut out. I know you weren't involved in that. You were involved within.
I didn't at that particular time. I'd left.
And you just left, but you knew people that were in that. Like, you've always said to me, like, that had obviously I knew it had a big effect, but for companies that were involved, like airlines, stuff like that, it was massive.
Hit,
So for him to come out and say that is a big thing. I agree with you. I think that there was a bit of me yesterday, and I don't know if this is a British way. Like, the British are known for sort of being get on with it. Do you know, like that British mentality? And for I'm not panicking, but you
they are, but then you've got all these snowflakes coming up that,
snowflakes. So I thought yesterday, I was worrying a bit throughout the day, and I thought, right, we were pretty convinced that he was going to shut schools and all of that. And when he then said pretty much, you know what, people are going to get, people are going to die unfortunately, it's hopefully going to be as little as possible deaths, but basically roll your sleeves up and get on with it. I left work last night thinking, do you know what, I will actually, and do you know what, I don't want to, you want to take precautions, as you say, you don't want vulnerable people to get, and you want to do everything you can to make sure these people don't. And obviously in our salon, we are doing everything. We're doing a lot. We're changing things.
I think everybody is though.
It's not that we're changing things. We've just been a bit more aware of things and making sure that everything's 110%, which we've always done. But we're trying to do it. But from a business side of view and from just life in general, I think that is a scary thing. That if we were not, in fact, forget about us. If any businesses really were to shut for 4 weeks, like they're talking about in Italy, there'd be an awful high percentage of people in trouble, I think. And I know the government are talking about loans or grants and stuff, but these things take a long time to go through and to go in. It's not just like, oh yeah, there it is. So
and it's scary. Kind of, the paperwork side of that.
Yeah.
Working out who is entitled to what, and obviously
exactly.
there will be people that will take advantage of these situations
100%.
as well.
So it is. It's quite it's a big thing that's happened. It's something that when we talk to the clients, it's going to be history. It's going to be spoken about in lots of years to come.
But it's also something that I said this to you the other night. Everybody in the world is going through this to a different extent. Like we're all actually. It's not often you can say that everybody in the world's going through this. We've all got the same situation, just at different levels.
So in a very strange way, it's bringing us, it's almost uniting everyone because to a point, because everyone's the Premiership's been suspended, Scottish football suspended, every bit of football suspended, Champions League, all of these things. Which I know in the grand scheme of things, of course, people's lives are more important. These are big things that are happening and that are changing. And I've never seen that happen before. Big events are cancelling, everything.
So, going back to what you're actually wanting to talk about, which was self-isolation.
Also, also it's herd immunity, that's what they're calling it. So there's got to be a certain percentage of people that get this that then mean are almost immune to it, so when it does come back winter time or whenever, there's less people that can get, so there's less chance of it spreading and becoming like this again. It is, from what I've heard, it is very much playing the long game as opposed to
just panicking now and shutting.
Putting everyone in, saying that's it, get the numbers down and then this happening again. Time will tell whether or not he's done the right thing. It's either almost a bit of genius and a bit of a great decision because he's going against the grain, or he's going to look really, really silly.
So, Trump's declaring a state of emergency though in America.
Yes, and obviously New York especially, wasn't it?
The whole of America, so
America's
thing altogether.
Borders are shut off from Europe. Trump loves a border, doesn't he? Absolutely loves a border. Walls everywhere.
But self-isolation, that's what you
self-isolation, it's...
Is that because you're upset that there's going to be no football to watch and self-isolation?
Self-isolation would be okay if the football was on. No, in all seriousness, I would hate to be stuck in the house for a long period of time. Obviously I love spending time with you, but I think we both know that for 2 weeks or a week...
It's not about me spending time with you, it's just in general.
Being stuck in the house, it would be difficult.
I mean, if it was in the summer and you had a garden and it was good weather, it would be ideal.
Yes.
You just tan, guilt-free.
But it's not going to happen.
Hopefully
it's not going to happen. It is worrying. It is
March and we don't have a garden and it's not that hot.
So we'd be sitting and watch. To be fair, if we self-isolate...
We could get that sunbed from my mum.
Your mum was wanting to sell that sunbed to you.
She was asking if anybody wanted one. But
so
anyway.
Remember the sunbeds, isn't it? Because
I remember to talk about it.
My mum used to have one of these. I remember it in the flat, and it was it's almost like those bed side table. It comes over into a bed, doesn't it?
Yeah. So it stands up, and then you lie on the bed, and it turns round, and then you push it, and it's like. I don't want my double chin to be honest with you.
Yeah, so it's that. It is.
And there's
a few lamps over your normal bed.
4 tubes, and you've got to keep moving before you get your body in.
It's not cans or indigo sun, but
it's not. But do you know
if you do get self-isolated, then maybe we look into that. We might get that.
But 2 weeks in the house. No.
Scary.
Have to have fresh air. I couldn't bear that.
If we do, there'll be more podcasts getting made.
We could do, what was it we said? We could do a journal.
Yeah.
Imagine if
the corona, the self-isolated
vlog. The other side of the table, I've got nothing to say.
And I'm going to do it because you've done the accent and stuff. But day 1 in the coronavirus vlog.
Well, that's not an accent.
I know, but I can't do do it then.
No,
say day 1.
I'm not doing it now because I don't want to be put under pressure.
Say day 1.
No, day 1.
No, in the accent.
No, I'm not doing it now.
Day 1.
No, anyway.
So that's what we'll do. If we self-isolate, we'll do a
in between
all the
Cleaning all
vlog
the cupboards,
all the-
Dettol in the house.
all the vlog would be Dettol, toilet roll, and dry pasta. Hey babe, how many toilet rolls have we got in the house?
How many packets of dry pasta have we got in the house?
I've got no idea.
Well, exactly.
We've not been panic buying, we've been sort of building up, haven't we?
We've been doing a good shop
We've
to
been
make sure
buying.
we've got it, which we do every month, but you just don't notice that we actually do that.
There's I read this, it was Guardian that printed this
was it
story.
Guardian?
It was on the Twitter page, so it
Guardian.
was, didn't have this big broadsheet, it was on Twitter that there was a story that they're trying to, but they've not managed to ban it yet, and it is happening, and the headline was, I can't believe I'm saying this on camera, should orgies be banned because of coronavirus just now? Because obviously it's an event with a number of people there, and it was actually proper written out. I know I never told you about this. So you're like, Matthew, what are you talking about? I don't know who the company is, but they must do these things or host these things. There's one coming up in LA and there's one coming up in New York, and they're saying they shouldn't happen because although it's not a sexually transmitted disease, obviously you are close with each other in these situations. So if you do have it as a situation,
I'm really embarrassed that your mum watches.
that you could. Oh no, my mom's fine with that. So
I'm sure she is, but
she's fine. So
oh my goodness.
it was I thought of all the things I've heard and read, that was quite a sort of the fact that somebody's taking time to think, should orgies be banned or are they okay? I don't know. And then there was a bit about masks and gloves, but that's a whole different thing, I think. So that was a discussion. I don't know if they should be. I think I'm sure it's up to the people that are at these parties. They can make their own mind up, as long as they then have that and self-isolate. What do you think? Should it go
I
ahead?
don't really have an opinion on this.
Alex, yes or no? Should orgies go ahead with coronavirus?
I don't want to discuss
You've got
it.
to say yes or no.
No, I don't have to say yes or no.
It's a game.
It's not nothing to do with that. Those people can be together if they want to be together.
Yeah. Whether
You know,
or
it's
not.
500 of them going to get together, are they?
Well, that.
You seem to know more about it than I do.
No, I don't think there's 500. I think there's. I'd say, I don't know, 10 to 20 maybe.
Well, as I say, you know
I'm
more
not
about
sure.
it than me.
So that was something that I read, and do you know what? The reason I liked it was because it was a bit light-hearted in the whole thing, because it's very serious. That is a self-isolation chat. I think that because everyone's having to work from home, we've had clients and they're having to work from home.
But they could all self-isolate together for the 2 weeks
But
until
then
the great party.
that's not self-isolation.
I know, but right. So if there's 3 of us living in the house,
Mhm.
we've got to use the same bathroom,
Yes.
the same kitchen. Okay.
Yes.
Now we don't live in a mansion. We've not got different ones for each of us. So obviously our paths are going to cross. You can't do that.
No, but that's what I'm not saying that's what I think we should do. That's what's in the guidelines.
But is it not like the family is
No,
self-
individuals. I can show you. So it
No,
says
I'm not doing
that.
that.
So
There's no way
it
that's
says to try and keep
possible.
it. Well, that's what they say.
Well, it can't be possible for people.
To stay a metre or two away from, so you're not in that distance that can pass stuff on. Basically, what they must mean is, so if you, I'm not saying like, because we could be in the living room together. That's totally fine.
It's just pointless though, isn't it? Because like it's just silly to expect people to do that in their own houses.
No, but all I'm saying is that's what self-isolation is.
But obviously,
not family
if,
isolation.
Like, if I have it and we're all living together, we're going to get it. Even if you're a metre away from it, you're going to get it. It's in the air. I just think that's a stupid thing to say.
I don't know, but it is self-isolation.
Like,
This is the first time you've came close to. I'm not arguing, but
I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying I think that's a stupid thing to say because you just can't do it. Like, what would you do if we didn't have a third bedroom?
no. But the point is, we do.
But there's no reason for that third bedroom.
No, but we do have it.
But what if we didn't?
But we do.
No, but there's people who, yeah, but we're fortunate we've got an extra bedroom. There's
Yeah.
people
No, I
who
know
don't
there's
have
people
an
that don't.
extra bedroom.
I know, but
and
I
they live in a
suppose-
small flat.
Yeah, but I suppose they could
small
one
house.
bedroom and living room or something. But I know it's not ideal.
But the bathroom, we all have to use the bathroom. So these, things are going to be.
Things
oh
are going
my
to
God,
transmit. But obviously, the way they're saying it is, if you go to the toilet, you would then clean it. And there we go.
I just think that's ridiculous.
I know.
I really do. Like, I very much understand the 3 of us being, we're probably all the same kind of level of health.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas there's, parents and things. I totally understand we need to be, if for any reason we did live with these people, we should not live with
Yeah.
them. I very much understand that. But I think that this is where it gets a bit silly.
So I get that point, but say for I know this is ifs and buts. Say for example, we lived in a house with a vulnerable person. Would you then think that it makes sense to try and be a bit more separate and keep that distance in the same
100%,
house.
they would get locked in a room.
So that
if I had enough rooms,
so I know the three of us,
no, but
touch wood, are healthier and
but
hopefully.
you can see my point.
No,
like,
I do.
This washing hands and this bloody gel stuff that I'm sick hearing about. Sorry, but I am. I know it's going to help, but if we're going to get it, I think we're going to get it.
I think so as well. I think so.
Of course, we should be washing hands. These things should be getting done anyway. But if I washed my hands every time I came in contact with, there's the bus, there's going into a shop, there's paying for something. I mean, if you were to do it at every opportunity to make sure no germs got there,
yeah.
I mean, like there you go, I'm like itching my nose.
And as you say, you want to have an immune system as well. You want to have that.
Yeah, of course. Your bank card, you take your bank card out, touches a machine, you put it back. Things like that.
Right
money,
with stuff.
All these things. And I'm going shopping thinking, oh yeah, I'm stocking up. Everything I'm touching, somebody else has maybe touched.
Do you know when you start overthinking it? When you do start thinking about every little thing like that, I've never been like I'm clean, obviously, but I've not been like ridiculous. I've never been not overly, but I've never overly thought these things. But now I'm thinking, as you said, like money. That like now getting change. I'm like, no, I don't want. Like, you know what I mean?
But you've never got ill from touching money
that's
before,
what I mean. I know
probably.
that. I know.
You don't.
And it just makes you overthink everything.
It really does. I very much think though that people in a position of vulnerability, like my parents and elderly people, and yes, they do need to be careful.
Yeah.
And it's not quite at the point of just staying in your house for 2 weeks till this is all calmed down. But yeah, they maybe shouldn't come in contact with things. Do
you know what worries me? Not someday we'll see. Do you know Cheltenham races went on this weekend, but
they're all going to be riddled with it.
Do you know who was there though? Ferguson. Alex Ferguson was there. And that's worrying me. That he was there.
He was probably in a posh little box though.
Yeah, and you've seen people around him and I thought, oh, Fergie.
But listen, don't underestimate
I don't, do you know what, about anyone in that age group, I'm sure Fergie.
And the thing is, it doesn't mean that people who are not technically vulnerable won't get it and get it bad, and vice versa. You could be over 60 and you could actually keep quite well.
And people have, do you know what I mean? It's just more of that. So
I just think
it's definitely escalated. I don't know, I think it's going to get. The numbers are going to go up in the UK, but the reason numbers are going up so much is because the tests are going up so much. Same with anything, if you tested for everything, so many people would have things. That is that.
Like what?
If you get tested, the results go up.
Ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance is bliss at that point. And you don't know how many people I do wonder in the last week or 2 weeks, how many people have we been in contact with, or how many people have we been on the bus with, or walked past in the street, or maybe got it and don't even know.
I know, I wonder, so what date is it today? So this is the 13th of March. Oh, it's Friday the 13th.
Oh, jeez.
So, 2 weeks from now, I wonder, all these people we've spoken to this week about it, I wonder if in 2 weeks we're going to hear that, this person has it, this person had it.
Yeah.
They were maybe fine. That's, there's going to be so many people.
There is. There definitely is.
Anyway, that's it.
It is. That's it. We're not going to. We probably will mention it next week. There'll be an update.
Yeah.
You've never liked the C word, so I think we shouldn't mention it again. Are you a coronavirus or is it COVID?
I'm going to call it COVID because it sounds a bit more like grown up.
Yeah.
COVID-19.
Yeah. COVID-19 makes me think a bit of a sort of like. It sounds quite cool.
We're still talking about it.
Right. Shut up. What are we up to this weekend?
I don't know.
Dinner. Going out for dinner tomorrow.
Drinks and dinner.
Drinks and dinner with Anya,
champagne
Mandy,
and cocktails, and Taylor.
Andy, not Andy. Anya, man. Anya was a big fan of our podcast when it first started. I don't know if she's watched it anymore. She likes stuff on TikTok.
I know, but she's a young girl.
She is, and
that's why you went on TikTok because you wanted to appeal to the young generation. I know you did though. Mathew, don't twist that. You know what I meant.
You just said I went on because there was young girls on TikTok.
That is not what I said. Look, you might have to change this now because you can't actually be saying that. You know what I meant.
No, I do. Well, because I went on
to the younger generation who might then think, oh, hairdressing's quite cool. I might want to be a hairdresser in 10 years. So don't twist what I said.
Was, and do you know what's funny?
I'll do one of those dramatic things and get up and walk away from the podcast.
But yeah, when I first started it, because people were like, oh, it's for younger people, but it was true. If I could have inspired or got people wanting to be in the industry that we're in, and what are you laughing at?
Thinking about your TikToks.
My TikToks are so good.
Oh yeah, TikTok. I feel so old saying TikTok.
Can I show them? Can I
No.
put it on this? No.
They can find. In fact, don't find his TikTok. Just
Don't
you
find
just
my
set
TikTok.
this up to get your.
No.
Your
What I might,
fans
do you know
up,
what I
haven't
might try and do? If I can put, because I'm trying to get better at the editing of this and that side of things. So I might at the end of this try and put up my stupid TikTok, saying I'm too old to say TikTok.
That's what we're doing this weekend.
We're going for dinner with them, which is really nice. Sunday, we're back in the salon on Sunday. I know we're not talking about work too much on this, but we're going to be doing a bit of filming on Sunday for online education that I'm launching.
I'll be filming Mathew.
Alex is filming me doing hair, and education is something that I do within the hairdressing industry. But yeah, we're taking it online, which is going to be fun. So that's going to be Sunday, sort of late morning, afternoon. Then the plan was to go out and watch Man United Tottenham.
I thought it was to watch Rangers Celtic.
No, that starts at 12, so I knew I was
Oh,
missing
I'll be able to
that.
do
That's
that.
cancelled. Man United Tottenham's cancelled, so don't know what to do.
We'll be self-isolated.
We'll do something, won't we?
I'll text you.
It's random fact time, isn't it?
Did I send you the thing from the Mail Online?
No.
I'm sure I did. About Cantona.
Yes!
Cantona.
Eric Cantona's
Yeah.
possibly
I'm
going
a
on.
celeb. Yeah, I'm a celeb.
How
I just thought you'd
exciting.
be buzzing about that.
Cantona is the coolest person. I don't know if cool is the word, it's the most amazing, one of my
fu.
favourite footballers. Yeah, Kung is definitely
Kung fu
fiery.
Cantona.
He's done bizarre interviews. Remember about the seagulls? Do you remember that? Something about seagulls and that side of
How
things.
long ago was it?
It was a while, it was probably about 20 years ago.
Was
that.
it? Oh,
Maybe. Well,
I just
about-
heard it a few
yeah.
years ago.
I was probably one of those nights that we had a drink and I said, watch this. He might be going on I'm a Celebrity, which will be amazing. I'm not going to lie, fact wise,
You're struggling.
I want you to know something.
What?
I love you.
It's not a random fact,
It's a
though,
fact.
is it? It's not a random fact.
Okay, random fact is I wake up and you make me smile every morning. That's my fact. There you go. Beat that one next week.
Is it really? Is that all you've got
I've not.
to say?
That's all I've got to say.
Oh, that's really nice.
So
Thanks.
thanks, babe. So no, random fact wise, I've been really unprepared this week. But what I will do, it'll be your turn next week, and then the week after that I'll do 2.
No, you don't need to.
That's fine. So that's everything, isn't it? That's this week. I'm kind of thinking we might get more views on this one because there might be more people staying in this weekend.
Maybe we should
Every
no,
cloud.
we're not doing another one this weekend.
So everybody,
It's hard keeping this up.
it's hard keeping it up. But it's good fun and we
I know,
enjoy it. And
it's just when it's a Friday and
yeah, as the weeks progress, there's going to be different things to talk about. There's going to be
Yeah.
more going on, and we're going to be doing more things. So a few ideas I've had that I'm going to talk to you about over the weekend.
great. Well, you're the driving force behind
The
this podcast.
driving force.
You're
But you're the
yeah.
face of it.
No, I'm not. My face is hardly in it.
That's out of choice. No, to be fair, yeah, I've had a few ideas that we'll be doing. But guys, keep on watching, keep on enjoying.
Girls, keep on watching.
When I say guys,
I'm just joking. It's okay. Hey guys.
where was it? Was it New York? Was that part of the reason? There was somewhere, and I mentioned it earlier on. And obviously, this is a joke, everyone. But one of the main reasons for was it New York? I can't even remember where it was. But basically, it became a state of an emergency, and they're blaming a lot of it on it was the Independent Women's March the other day. So,
Oh, I can't believe you said that in front of my client today.
so basically, I said what I just said. Oh, trust women to be right, or something like that. It was a joke, obviously. I know.
But
Yeah, I found it quite funny. I don't even know where it was, but that was a little joke there thrown in. So guys, girls,
Spain, Madrid.
Spain, yeah, that's where it was.
Spain,
I think,
yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, women. But obviously, it was a joke. So not one bit of me is blaming women on coronavirus.
Followers, they're going
I
to
know.
unsubscribe now.
Don't unsubscribe. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Keep on watching. Keep on doing what you're doing. Thank you. We will see you next week. We'll see you next week.
Maybe.
See you next week, everyone.
Bye.